Hey everyone, welcome back to another chapter in this series, What It Takes to Start a New Brand. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what it takes to be successful with your new venture in 2023. Now this video is going to be specifically for brands that are already out there in market or ready to launch this coming January, February, or this spring in market. If you're just now starting your adventure and to build a brand or to think about what it takes to create a brand, your 2023 will look a little different. But this information will still be relevant to you when you get to the point of what it takes to launch your brand and be successful. So stick around. We'll have a little chat about that. And I hope you get some good information here that you can find useful. As always, comments are appreciated. Smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That definitely helps us out. And if you have any questions, you can get some more information on my website at 40-80spirits.com. You can send me an email, charles@40-80spirits.com. And you can also hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. It's liquor.ceo on Instagram and liquorceo on Twitter. Happy to connect with you guys and share any information or answer any questions. So let's jump into it. If I had to pick one word for any brand, what it takes to be successful in 2023, it's going to be marketing. Marketing. Those three words are your best friends in 2023. Now, of course, in marketing, there are a lot of things that fall under that umbrella. So I'm going to share with you in this brief video what I think are going to be the key 3 or 4 points to really make it. Number one, I think it's always going to be just understanding that people don't buy that they do not know exist. So educating the consumer that you exist is the number one thing. So your strategy, a strategy that's worked well for us is, and I think it's a standard strategy, is to have boots on the ground, your own brand ambassadors or sales reps, not just the distributors, folks, your folks in market, working the on and off premise accounts to get placements and to really have them understand what it is about your brand and why they should carry your brand, and more importantly, or no less equally importantly, to how to talk about this brand when they're communicating with their customers. For liquor stores, people walk in, hey, what's new in the tequila space? Oh, well, I got this. Or what's a new hot RTD? Maybe they can talk about that. For bars, maybe getting on that cocktail menu and having the bartender explain why your spirit is the spirit of choice, what's different or unique about it. So I think that you really need to understand that having boots on the ground and your own folks working the market is key to that success. On-premise and off-premise strategies may be different, but the overall mission is the same, to get out there and have people on the ground. A lot of folks like to use targeted social media posts and events. I personally like to kind of do a little bit of a hybrid there. I think events are wonderful. I do know that there have been some bourbon and barbecue festivals, which are great for some of the dark spirits to get out there. Some of the browns, I think those are pretty good. I think there are other types of music festivals or any types of other things that you can align and become sponsors with. I know New York recently had Seltzerland, which is great for up and coming RTDs, and we had one brand that we worked on was actually up there and did very well with it and got picked up by press and things of that nature. So the earned media component was pretty good. So I think that's a big thing is getting out there and getting people to taste your product, sips to lips. That's the thing. I think when people can taste your product, that's a different type of experience versus just hearing about it. So I think when you pair the two up, I think you're really into something good. So I think that's something that shouldn't be slept on. And then to the extent that you do use social media, which I think is an integral component, I think how you use social media is going to be key going forward, where you maybe use various geo-targeting and geo-shepherding types of strategies with social media around events that you're participating in, key times of the week or day, or week and day, that you want to flood your message to the market, and maybe what that message is specifically to a set. Now, how you use influencers may or may not be something you should consider. Some people have a certain school of thought on influencers. I believe influencers are very relevant in certain markets. I think they're less relevant in other markets. I think you can find, if I had to pick between the two for economic reasons, I think micro influencers are the better pick, because you get a smaller audience with a micro influencer, but at least that audience will be predominantly dedicated and relevant to the market that you're talking to. A macro influencer is going to be a little bit more global in reach. It's a little bit broader, and I think the message will get diluted down to the actual markets that you're in. Think of it this way: if somebody's spreading the word to 2, 3, 4, 5 million people on their platform, and you're really only in 5 or 6 different states or markets, you've got 44, 45 different states that potentially would be seeing you that are just, it's a waste. So I think a better efficacy of your dollars would be to go ahead and maybe incorporate a nice micro influencer program there. On the sales side of on the sales / brand ambassador side of things, I think that's really cool, because I think you need to work on striking the right types of relationships with your various accounts. For retail accounts, I think it's understanding, what you can do to participate in their marketing, their outreach, their tastings and samplings program, shelf placement, POS placement, displays, anything that you can negotiate or get in there, I think is a very important attribute. For the on-premise side of things, I think for restaurants, I think you should target the ones that are really relevant to your brand, where you think there'd be a great serving experience that fits well on their cocktail menu. I think there's some good things to be done there. Craft up a cocktail mixology program, sample cocktails that you could show them and illustrate to them the style, the image that your brand should convey. I'm a big proponent of using pictures and photos and videos, because I think media rich catches the eye and the attention a little bit more than just words on a piece of paper, a la just a menu. Understanding that that's how they do things with the menu, but you still want to try to get what you can do with maybe table tents or some other type of handout or something in the dining experience, the bar experience, that maybe can make you stand out a little bit more there. Craft cocktails that are unique to that customer base that they have. Remember, this is something, it's more my style that I like to say, and I'm sure other people say the same thing, but my style is when I'm promoting on-premise, when I'm promoting my brand in a market in the on-premise side of things, I'm not shy about representing the accounts and promoting those accounts, because people go to restaurants predominantly to dine, and they'll enjoy a cocktail or two as part of that experience. But the ratio is 70-30. The food carries the day. People go to a restaurant because of the food, not because they can get a tequila cocktail or a vodka cocktail or anything, a mojito, whatever they want. They can get that at any restaurant. But so it's the menu that drives them. So in our promotion of our brand presence in various on-premise accounts, it's pretty heavy about promoting that restaurant, that account, that lounge, that event, that venue. So I think you need to really think about the 360 component of marketing, where marketing them helps you. So I think that, things like that need to be considered too. I think you'll also be able to say that you're bringing value to the account by their alignment with you as a supplier, as a brand that they want to embrace. You help me, I help you. Scratch my back, I scratch your back, type of thing. So I think those are the 3 things that you really need to worry about right there. I think, worry about your on-premise, off-premise types of marketing, activations and events. I think you should worry about social media, digital marketing, influencers, macro and micro influencers. And I think you should have boots on the ground to kind of wrap and put a nice little bow on this entire program. I think those 3 things right there will really kind of at least set the foundation for your path towards success. There's no written formula. There's no empirical scientific formula that's going to say, this is, you do A plus B and you're going to get C. Pythagorean theorem doesn't, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That does not apply to this strategy. This is basically a strategy. Go at it, see what works every quarter, refine it, reattack, reassess. It's perpetually evolving. So go ahead and remember that when you're doing this strategy, because it will differ from market to market, and quite honestly, the talent that you're using in the market. You may get one set of results from one brand ambassador that you're working with in a market, and a different set of results from a different brand ambassador in the same market. So a lot of variables that need to be taken into consideration here when it comes to that. So go ahead, give it a shot. Again, reach out to me if you have any questions. Happy to do that. And I do appreciate you taking the time to listen to the video, and feel free to reach out with any questions whatsoever. Always happy to talk to folks. Have a great day and cheers.